Good morning, everyone, and welcome. Thank you for being here at the start of a very festive week, advancing our student population here at DHS. We are grateful to be here today, and we're grateful to welcome Ms. Hannah Weissman, Director of Policy at Code.org, and Ms. Deborah Boisette, Director of Computer Science for All. Is that the correct title? CS4MA.
It's part of CS4MA.
I also want to thank Dr. Gifford and Mr. Nunes for representing our school district at the leadership level as well. And Rob, Brian, Eric, thank you for all the extra work you put in, all those extra hours you put in to get to today. So thank you very much, everyone. This is One Dartmouth in our definition. And at Dartmouth High School, we truly believe students and staff are special. This is a special place and a special community. And opportunities like today are what make it that difference. Over the last few years, technology and the coding behind technology has really allowed school districts to open and allowed them to be safe and secure educational learning. Without coding, we wouldn't be able to have done what we've done over the last 3 years. We are lucky for all the trailblazers ahead of us in starting with the next generation. We're lucky to support them as well moving forward. At DHS, we want to be the front and center of students who continue to advance society. Today's grant opportunity is a step in the correct direction for supporting students and the next generation of our mission. Coding is communication. And as we move into the 22nd century, everything will be about how we communicate and how we communicate differently. The future coders of the world will help us guide us through that process. At DHS, we've done everything we can to push the importance of computer science education, whether it's a state-of-the-art media technology lab, a strong partnership with Project Lead the Way, or a technology department that understands the needs of our students. We are doing everything we can to create those next generation of learners. Lastly, the education of coding is much more than ones and zeros, and we want to be clear about that. If-then loops and storage spaces. It's about teaching students to be resilient. There's a reason why Sudoku, Wordle, Words with Friends are popular games. People like their brain to be challenged, and coding challenges them like that. It's about the Apple model in the 80s, think differently. It's about being creative. Coding develops the brain in such a way that we can find future success in the coding world. Again, I want to thank everyone for coming out. Thank you, coding.org, and thank you for understanding the needs of school districts everywhere. Public education was designed to create future citizens, and with the support of everyone here today, we can continue that mission. So thank you very much. I want to play a video from code.org that congratulates all of us now. Just hit play. No. I got you.
Hi, I'm Hadi Partovi, CEO of Code.org and the founder of the Global Hour of Code campaign. Congratulations to your school for winning the $10,000 Computer Science Leaders Prize. Hundreds of schools across the United States told us their plans to expand computer science. Now the real work begins. We're excited to partner with you to bring more computer science education to your classrooms. Computer science is fundamental. It helps students participate in an increasingly digital society. It teaches creativity, critical thinking, and problem-solving skills, and it can lead to life-changing and economic opportunities, whether in a technology career or not. When you learn computer science, the future is yours to shape. For teachers, it's often intimidating to teach a new course, and I applaud all the teachers who are joining this movement. And for students, one of the biggest challenges in computer science is underrepresentation. So I hope to see every student enrolled in a CS class, especially young women and students from historically underrepresented groups. Just give it a shot and maybe you'll learn that you're really good at it. But for now, let's celebrate. On behalf of everybody at Code.org, congratulations again. We can't wait to see what your school and all the students do with this incredible opportunity.
Okay. Side note before I get into the next part that I'm supposed to say, this week I got to play a lot around on code.org. There are really a lot of fun games for anyone out there. I have a 5-year-old and he was playing around with me on it too. So it is open for all ages, and we're lucky that we have a partnership with code.org. I want to talk about the opportunity that we were given today. So this is a $10,000 grant that we received. We are one of 2 schools in Massachusetts. So there are 351 districts in Massachusetts. We are one of 2 of them. We are extremely lucky, and we're 1 in 102 across the country. So this is a rare opportunity. This is something special, and this means a lot to us. So I want to be clear that this was a lot of hard work, and the people I call up next are the people that made this happen. I didn't do much. I just show up here and look pretty. Everyone else does all the hard work. So I do want to call up Mr. Robert Parati, Mr. Eric Bosworth, and Mr. Brian Guillat, please. Thank you.
Hello. So today we wanted to thank Code.org and the computer science program that they have for allowing us the opportunity to participate in this event. We originally received the email from DonorsChoose, ironic enough, and it was based on that email that prompted us to apply for the grant. And we acknowledged that it would be a great opportunity for us because we had just gone through a new department development with our Business Innovation and Technology Department, and we were quite excited to apply for this grant once we received the email. So as a team together, myself, Eric Bosworth, and Brian Guillat, we worked together on the process to develop and reinvigorate our computer science classes with new pathways and new program of studies, course descriptions that would really engage students in not only computer coding, but computer science across the board, whether it be computer science with robotics or computer science with engineering, computer science with media. We thought it was a great opportunity for us to apply for this, and it could be a stepping stone for other greater and better things. And this week, we have a great week planned of an hour of code. We are actually implementing a school-wide hour of code this Wednesday and Thursday for the entire school. So students will get to partake in up to 7 different activities that they can choose from and really be engaged with coding and see how it, how exactly it works. Also, within our department, we're taking a look at coding in robotics during the week. We're taking a look at coding for video game creation. So there's a lot of other exciting opportunities that are going to be available to students this week. And we're going to end the week with a little reflection by implementing a school-wide survey that will survey students on what they thought about computer coding, what they learned this week about computer coding, and we thought it was nice to add that piece of reflection at the end. So that was our intent, to really celebrate the week for the process of computer science and the hour of code. And now I'd like to introduce both Eric and Brian, who are going to talk a little bit about how this grant is going to affect our computer science students and classrooms here. So.
Hi, I'm Brian Guillat. I'm a computer science teacher here. I just want to thank Eric and Rob for finding the grant and Code.org for providing it to us. With computer science and technology in general, there's such a rapid rate of change through the industry, and to have that wiggle room to be able to purchase equipment, whether it's hardware or software, to put that in front of our students and give them the best opportunity that they can, I think it's going to be really beneficial for them.
Yeah, absolutely. And I do want to thank, again, publicly, I do want to thank our administrators and our school committee. I've worked at several schools. This is my 15th year teaching computer science. And what a difference it is to have an administration that recognizes the value of computer science and supports its staff. It really is night and day. And we feel the difference here. We've been given the flexibility this year to create this new business innovation technology, the BIT department. And now we're starting to make some real big positive changes going forward. We can take our programs in some new directions. And we're trying to be responsive, as Rob said, with this survey, listening to our students, hearing from them what sort of things do they want to learn in the future. And so, we have a lot of important conversations over the next week of what can $10,000 do for our students? What sort of spaces do we want to create that will last for a long time? So we're absolutely thrilled to partner up, be a part of this. This is super exciting. And I know we have some students that are going to come up and talk about this. And I think hearing from them is going to be far more powerful than anything we could say. So thank you.
So now I'd like to introduce two of our senior computer science students. That would be on the script. Oh, I lost my spot on the script. It's Summer Daniels and Derek. Tell me if I get this wrong, Derek. Samos, thank you.
You got it.
Summer Daniels and Derek Samos, come on up.
Hi, my name's Derek Samos, and I am a student at Dartmouth High. So it all started sophomore year whenever I took Intro to Computer Science. That class completely changed my perspective, and I knew that I was going to go through this throughout my entire career. So the next year, junior year, I ended up taking Intro to, or not Intro, it was Computer Science Principles, and then this year I am currently taking Computer Science A, and we actually worked in an internship this year with the guidance counselors and going through it with a career, all thanks to this.
I started computer science using code.org in middle school, and I found a big interest in it. And then junior year is when I first took my intro to computer science, and it really brought out my passions for this field. And then this year I'm taking computer science A and really challenging myself and trying to figure out more specifically where I want to go within this field for my future.
Oh, he did. Can I just add, because I know I've had both Summer and Derek, and they're very humble but very, very smart and great at computer science. Derek did start an internship this year. He worked very well with our guidance department and really had to push, and is now doing an internship which didn't exist previously. He's studying full stack development, which is the front end and back end of web development, and I think he's going to pursue that as a career, so I'm kind of excited. Summer, again, only discovered coding in her junior year here, but became so passionate about it that she wanted to increase opportunities wherever she could. Last year, she was instrumental in starting a local chapter of Girls Who Code. So that was huge, and we were really proud of her for doing that. So thanks, guys. Thank you.
And we're lucky that our students are really special here, and there's been a natural push for more computer science for our students. So luckily, their two stories are not the rare example in our building, and we hope to continue those and continue those partnerships. I really would like to introduce Ms. Hannah Weissman and Ms. Deborah Boisvet to say a few words about the award that we've received. So thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Hannah Weissman. I'm the Policy Director at Code.org, and I am honored and pleased to be with you all here to celebrate this prize. As you've heard, there's such a great department here, and we're so excited to see what this prize is going to do in terms of expanding the department and the opportunities for students and teachers. And so I feel very honored to be here representing Code.org, but also just broadly the value of education and the opportunity that computer science can afford. So I'll turn it over to Deborah to say a few words as well.
Hello, Deborah Boisvert, and I run a nonprofit called CS for MA because we needed someone in Massachusetts to actually work with all of the schools and the teachers and the students. So I'm kind of boots on the ground. I do a lot of visioning for school districts, trying to help them think about what computer science is, what it should look like, how to create a pathway of opportunity from K to 12. Really thinking about how to connect in with industry for internships, et cetera, because any job that any student is going to be pursuing will have some touch of computer science because it's pervasive across all of the industries. And And so really thinking about how best to serve all of the students, and I've been fortunate to get some corporate support and state support as well. So we actually do professional development for teachers over the summer where they actually stay in a hotel for a week and take advantage of an intensive course, and then practice during the year and bring it to their students. So I'm really excited to hear what you do in the future, and I look forward to playing a part in that if it makes sense. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
So now is the moment we're all here for. So presentation of this beautiful check.
So at code.org and DonorsChoose, and honestly behalf of the whole computer science education community, we are honored to present Dartmouth High School with this $10,000 award. And I'm so excited to come back, hopefully in a year's time, and see all the great work it's been. So congratulations to this amazing team.
All right, okay. Thank you. Thank you. All right. I want everyone to know that this is not the end of the stop for us. I think we're going to take you on a whirlwind tour of Dartmouth High School and all it has to offer. I know we do have one of our astute reporters in the audience, Mr. Ryan Aruda. I think we can open up to questions at all. So if anyone does want to ask questions, this is your time now.
Good morning and congratulations once again on the award. So I'll start with you, Mr. Shea. Dartmouth High School is really turning into a hub of innovation through our wonderful AP classes, to our amazing music program, and now to our BIT department. So how is Dartmouth High School creating a better future and a better plan for these students?
Yeah, I think this is not a new process. I think this process probably started about 5 years ago under Mr. Tebow, and in the vision, partnering with Project Lead the Way was a huge step in the right direction for us. That really got us into it. I think there's been a massive emphasis on our students in our course catalog of what we offer. So we were lucky that we had the BIT department as an innovation idea from Mr. Tebow that I could kind of just step in and help guide that process through and really make that one of that focuses, understanding that these are the classes that our students are going to really need in real life application moving forward.
Thank you. To our teachers, Mr. Bosworth, Mr. Guillaume, Mr. Parati, creating this department and getting this grant is huge, and I know Mr. Bosworth especially, you've been in teaching computer science for a long time, so especially in the media program, we've had a lot of grants before, and just having this addition is a big deal. So how would you say that individually you are working with your students to push their knowledge of different media techniques, different coding techniques, and really getting them prepared for the future?
So I could say that within the department we are pushing with some new courses, whether it be curriculum from Project Lead the Way that we've implemented, or even instituting some new technology sort of courses like video game programming that kids are really interested in. We are trying to push the envelope. In media alone, we are working with latest technology with point zoom, network-capable cameras that recently we saw on a field trip to Harvard last year. We saw that technology being used in the real world, and we said, well, why can't we bring it to Dartmouth High School? And lo and behold, we got a grant through the Dartmouth Education Foundation this year, and we are bringing some of that technology here to Dartmouth High School. And that involves programming computers so they can work over our existing network here in the school and in the district. So, and I'll let Eric and...
Sure, yeah. No, again, I mentioned earlier that it really makes a huge difference to have the full support of administration. One of the biggest hallmarks of that is as far as I know, it's been a couple of years, every student at Dartmouth High is required to take at least one full credit in computer science. And that is huge because it puts it on the level of all our standard courses with reading, writing, ELA, science, because it really is, it's that important to your education. not necessarily to learn how to code, but how to think like a programmer, how to understand the logic in the development that goes into coding. So that's, one of the ways we're trying to expand computer science education. We're looking at next year of maybe increasing the number of classes students can take and maybe the number of students they're required to take to give students more freedom, flexibility to dive into some different courses.
Sure. To kind of dive off of what Eric was saying with the importance of computer science. Yeah, with the importance of computer science, I think that, a small percentage of students will eventually go on to college and study computer science, but for those that don't, right, they still are required to take it here, and I think what they can take away from it is this, ability to problem solve, because that's really what computer science is all about. And I'd like to share kind of a little mini lesson that I've done with my students, and that's to break down problems, because you have to do that in programming, and we call it decomposing a problem. So you ask them, what is a simple task that they do every day? And they might say, brushing my teeth. So you say, what are the steps to brushing your teeth? Well, I take my toothbrush, I put toothpaste on it, throw it under the water, and start brushing my teeth. So that's 4 steps. And then you say, well, how do you put toothpaste on a toothbrush? Well, I pick up the tube, I flip open the cap, and I squeeze it onto the toothbrush. Well, how do you flip open a cap? Well, you take your fingers, you put it near the top, you put it between your thumb and your pointer finger, and you twist it. Right, and you can go on and on with that. And I think what it does is give the kids this idea of looking at a problem from a bird's eye view, but being able to drill down deep. Because if someone comes to you with an app idea, you have to be able to ask those questions and really break down what they're trying to accomplish. So I think computer science is a masterclass in problem solving.
Ryan, did we answer your question?
Yes.
Student reporter, Ryan.
And my final question is, moving forward into the future, looking towards different programs and classes, how is this going to affect our students? We're moving towards more of a computer and technologically connected world, and really just taking one course can increase your knowledge of all of that. So how is this going to help students in the future, not only with creating new classes, but really with college and beyond?
I can take that. So what we're seeing, and we were talking about this earlier, there really is a melding of different technologies all together. So whether you have robotics again, or media, or the video game industry, we're noticing a convergence of technologies all coming together, and computers play a huge role in that. So students really need to learn the skills of modern day and into the future, and we're hoping to propel those skills here at Dartmouth High School within our department by taking any one of our courses that will teach them the skills they need. So moving on to college, they have those skills that will advance them, or maybe even put them one step ahead of their peers. And one of my stories that I keep talking about recently was a former graduate from Dartmouth High School, who's now a sophomore at Emerson, learned the skills here just in the media program alone to use some of the computer technology that we have in our program. And now that student has secured employment at Harvard University in their very popular ESPN sports media program. And he's working regularly now over there in that program. And he attains it, I attain it too, to the skills he learned here as a sophomore now in college. He's already working at a professional level. And that's what we want to try and do. We want to try and bring our students up to that level, so when they graduate Dartmouth High School, like I said, they are already one step ahead of some of their peers going into the college level, or maybe even going straight into the workforce and starting to work out in the field. So
I'm going to jump on that
Sure.
for a second. The thing I want to jump on that is that moving forward, one of the needs we're going to see is computer science teachers. right? I see the eyes out there. We have posted 4 times for a computer science teacher, and that's if anyone is out in the community and anyone wants to be part of that community of teachers, it's a fabulous profession. It's what makes me happy every single day. You get to look at the future and say, I trained that person to be the next person. So we are in desperate need of computer science teachers across the country, but and it's a great opportunity because if you leave college with a computer science degree, you have a lot of doors open and a lot of doors to choose from, and we're trying to give you that foundation. But if you ever want to come back, please come back and give back to our school because we would love more computer science teachers. Thank you.
Yeah, I think that's all. Congratulations once again on the huge grant, and we can't wait to see what you guys are going to do with it.
Thank you, everyone, for coming out today. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Yeah.
So we're going to go on a whirlwind tour now.
Wonderful.